Last on our member profile segment, but certainly not least, is a guy that I absolutely get a kick out of. Love being around him. So glad that he joined the chamber with Riverdale Church. So glad he became an ambassador. His name is Pastor Joe Laux, and again with Riverdale Church in Andover. Pastor Joe, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. I'm just so excited to be here. A couple of old radio
guys
a
couple of old
into
radio
a TV
heads.
screen.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if these two faces aren't, there's a reason we went into radio and not TV.
My mom told me I had to face her.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, I went to Anoka High School and then went to Brown College and got into broadcasting. It's what I wanted to do. There you go.
And, two Brown grads, right?
And then neither of us are in the business anymore. What does that say? And what it says is that really gave us stepping stones. I'll be honest, if I didn't have that background, getting the chamber job, I really question it. And I would imagine with you, especially at church and with all of that connection, it is there. Yeah. And we are not here to talk about our boring past. We are here to talk about Riverdale Church. This place rocks. Tell us about Riverdale Church and what your role there is.
You know, the amazing thing about Riverdale Church is we've been around for 78 years. Can you believe that?
No, I didn't know that.
We're part of history in Anoka County. We've been in Anoka. We are currently in Andover. We're in the building on Bunker Lake Boulevard that so many people go by. And the thing that they will not know is that we started humbly in 1944 with 11 members. And today we have about 400 to 500 people every Sunday in the building for 2 church services. So it's just tremendous. And I like to think of us as the just right church. We are just the right size. We're not like the big mega church where you come and you have to watch the message on the big screen TV. You get lost. You don't know anybody around. And the smaller churches are great, but it's hard to make connections for your kids, for your teenagers. So we're just the right size. And for myself, I'm fairly new in the church. I've been there for a year and a half, and I have the luxury of kind of writing my job description. I am the pastor of community engagement. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
It does. And you engage.
And that's why I'm on the Chamber of Commerce.
Exactly.
That's why I'm an ambassador.
Sure.
You know, because I work with all of our community partners on the governmental side, on the marketplace side. And also in the nonprofit areas as well. So that's a little bit of who we are. And we're kind of unique. We have various communities, and I say that because we are in Andover, that's our address, but we're on the southwest corner of Andover, so just on our southern doorstep is Coon Rapids, and then not far west of us is Anoka and Ramsey, and so we just love where we are, and the kind of diversity is reflected in our congregation. People come from all these communities.
I bet they do. All right, so let's talk Riverdale. Who should go there, and if they do, what can they expect when they walk through those front doors?
Yeah, you know, I love that question. I spent 40 years in media sales, and I would go to business people, I'd ask them all the time, who's your customer? Yeah. And you know what I'm going to say.
Sure.
All of them said, everybody is my customer. And it's true. I mean, everybody is a customer, and everybody can come to Riverdale Church. In fact, we have this wonderful sign out in front of our church. The sign says, everybody is welcome, nobody is perfect, and anything is possible. Bold statement. It's right out there on Bunker Lake. But we believe it's true. We think everybody can benefit from coming. So what happens when you come to Riverdale Church? Well, the first thing you're going to see is you've driven by and seen our building for years, but you don't realize that we've gone through an extensive remodeling campaign. We have gone through and remodeled the entire building. So when you come on a Sunday morning, you're going to see the wonderful children's area. It's to the left of us. It's behind some plexiglass, and so you can see your little ones. You come to a secure check-in area. And then from there, you're going to walk through our church. We have in the main sanctuary contemporary worship service led by Pastor Rick Santiago, who is our lead pastor. And then on Wednesday nights, you're going to see the youth in our designated auditorium, and they're just rocking it out. And then we also have adult small groups that meet on Wednesday night. and they run the gamut from traditional Bible study all the way to pickleball. We have Pete Pickleball, which
course
is
you
one of
do.
our
Yeah.
most popular small groups. Can you believe it?
How funny is that? Hey, Pastor, tell me why someone should consider even going to church.
Yeah, that's a great question. We are facing an epidemic today. We all know about the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, but there's an epidemic that has been made worse by COVID, and that epidemic is loneliness.
Yep.
According to a recent article that I read in the Stanford Review, over a quarter of the people who are over age 60 live alone. So that's a large percentage. And before COVID hit, 43% of them reported that they felt lonely. Now, lest we think it's only the older people, that same study pointed to the fact that 18 to 22-year-olds have the highest loneliness scores according to that survey. So what do we do about that? We know loneliness can have severe consequences for people's health. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to give people a place where they're accepted, where they can feel a part of a group of people who aren't perfect. We're actually like Jesus with skin on. We're trying to do what we can to fill the hole in people's lives. And we do that in a number of ways. But really, what it is restoring the relationship that people need with Jesus Christ. We know that sin has kind of put a block between us and Father, and so what we're trying to do is help them on their journey through life to realize that they make that journey with other imperfect people, and we're going to help them to find the Father.
That is great. I would imagine that there are a lot of activities that happen at Riverdale Church, from the little ones all the way up to those other folks like me who are
Yes.
getting up there a little bit. I bet things are rocking over there. Tell us a little bit about some of the activities.
In addition to Sunday morning and Wednesday night, we have other activities that meet all kinds of age groups and all kinds of interests. On Monday night, we have something called Celebrate Recovery. Now, Celebrate Recovery, it sounds like a celebration, and that's what it is. It's a loving group of individuals with a passion to support others through their hurts, their habits, and their hang-ups. They have dinner together, and really, I would recommend that for anyone who's struggling with something that they need help with. Addressing the older population, which we talked about earlier, we have a legacy group for active seniors, and we meet once a month. We have a lot of activities. In addition to that, we have a group of people that go to assisted living and senior housing around Anoka County. In fact, we're in 9 facilities in Anoka, Coon Rapids, Andover, and Blaine. We have a robust ministry supporting married couples. We've done that for 8 years. It's called Together Forever. We've got a once-a-month training, and we do date nights, which are tremendous. My wife and I just went with the group to Chanhassen. And then finally, we have a MOPS group. MOPS is it's an area for moms with preschoolers. Wow, they need time out,
Yeah,
right?
they do.
So we give them 2 hours where they can come and interact with other moms, have adult conversation, and we watch their little kids.
Pastor, God bless you and the crew at Riverdale Church for everything that you're doing. Somebody out there, they want to connect. They want to learn more. How do they get a hold of you folks?
Well, it's easy to do. Like I said, we're at the corner of Round Lake and Bunker Lake Boulevard. We're at 3210 Bunker Lake Boulevard Northwest. But honestly, go to our website, riverdalechurch.com. They can find out everything they need to know about the church.
And Joe, thank you for being part of the ambassadors. You add a lot when you're there. There's a great enthusiasm. There's a positivity that we're looking for. You are a classic ambassador, and we so appreciate your help.
Well, thank you, Pete. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to go out.
That's great. He is Pastor Joe Laux with Riverdale Church. Hey, check that website out. More importantly, get out of the chair and pop over. You're going to like it. All right, we're taking a break, and we are going to wrap up this edition of the Chamber Report. We're going to do it right after this.